Okay, so this is our granddaughter's first cruise, and we thought we'd do a little video about cruising with infants. Probably would be applicable for toddlers as well, but my daughter's room is right next door to us, and so we're gonna go check it out and see some of the things that they brought along to make cruising with infants a little bit more convenient or a little easier. And you know, we'll see what maybe some of the thumbs up, thumbs down, pluses and minuses, challenges are with cruising with infants. Okay, so here we are, and you can see the room is a little busy with an infant and lots of stuff that we brought along, but what I'm gonna do is we're just gonna kind of talk through the different things that they brought with them for my granddaughter. And we'll try not to mention her name just for safety reasons. But we're gonna start over here with this rack. So you can see, what do you call it? It's like a shoe.
Yeah, it's a shoe organizer.
Okay, and then how do you have it hung?
So originally it came with the hooks that a regular shoe organizer would come with, but we found that this specific one was too wide for the door of the closet. So I used the extra heavy, extra sturdy magnet hooks. So similar to these ones that people use to hang their lanyards on, things like that. But these, I believe, hold 50 pounds. Don't quote me on that exact thing, but I know that they're more heavy duty.
Okay,
yeah,
very good. And where did you just find that, on Amazon?
Yeah, I got this one on Amazon, and then I have a second one which will show that I got from Target.
Okay, cool. So what do you got stuffed in all those pockets?
There's all kinds of different things, especially when traveling with a baby. My specific baby is 10 months old, so she needs lots of stuff, lots of emergency things. Some of the highlights, definitely like Rose here, snacks, different like small pool toys that she can play. Everybody loves Bluey, so gotta have a Bluey toy. Bows for her. This is just my sunglasses case. Now this was actually a hack that my mom saw, I think maybe on TikTok. So what I did was I bought cheap sponges at home, and then I drizzled them with Dawn dish soap, and I let them dry out, and then I cut them into little squares so that I can actually just get these wet underneath the sink and completely clean anything that I need clean. I'll show you an example of that here after we look at the rest of this. But that's been super helpful and something I didn't know about. Now my baby's nails grow like crazy, so I brought her nail trimmer. She did get me in the eye while we were here. Some Vaseline, first aid kit. If anybody uses Tubby Todd, we love Tubby Todd. She's gotten a heat rash while we've been here under both arms and her neck. That's made it go away in a day, so it's been perfect.
What's Tubby Todd?
Tubby Todd, yep.
It's just like a
baby ointment. Yeah, it's like magical. Brought infant Tylenol, things for her nose, thermometer, gas drops. She actually had a weird eye thing before we left, so eye drops. Then this is actually our sunscreens, different toys for her, all kinds of assortments so that she doesn't get bored of one individual toy. Now, don't get me wrong, this was a pain to haul here with us, but I just made my husband carry it all on the plane, so that was perfect. These are great for sunscreen for babies. You just put the sunscreen in the top, and then you can pop this off, and it actually dispenses out of there, and you can just roll it on. This is like a makeup sponge, so it's perfect for her.
What's it called?
It's called Solar Buddies Sunscreen Applicator. So yeah, those are pretty perfect. These were also something really cool. So they're Spot My UV. They're actually stickers that you put directly on the skin, and then you apply the sunscreen. Now this will change color. It starts purple and it ends up clear once it's time to reapply. And these are UV based so that you don't have to pay so much attention to time and things. It's more about like direct sunlight. So she had some days where we had her a little bit more covered and we didn't have to reapply right away. Now, as with any baby, I recommend a pair of sunglasses. Important to keep their eyes really safe. I would recommend the ones that have the band on it, because if you have a 10-month-old, they don't like to always keep these on their face, and it helps it so that they don't blow away. We actually saw a man almost lose his hat into the ocean the other day, so this is perfect to help her from, throwing things off, and we want to keep the ocean as safe as possible. That's what Carnival likes to do anyway. So then we have, in addition to the sponges, I also brought this bottle and dish soap. I haven't actually had to use this. It was just something I had before I discovered the sponge thing, and I already had it packed up, so I brought it with me. Also important to have some baby fragrance detergent, liquid detergent. She actually spilled applesauce all over herself on the way down here, and I was able to just put a little squirt of this into the bathroom sink and soak that outfit so that it didn't get ruined. Now these have been something I discovered on Amazon, and they have been a lifesaver, and it is disposable bibs. So the thing I like the most about it is that A, I can throw it away, which is awesome, less laundry. B, they have stickers on the back, so you just take this off and then it will actually stick to the clothes so that it's not like flying up in their face, which is perfect. Then the only other things I have in here are a couple of my pairs of shoes that didn't fit in the closet, and then some swim diapers, and some, actually these are like dog potty mats, but I use them to just lay her down if I don't like whatever surface she's going to be laying on to change her diaper in public. Carnival has some handicap accessible bathrooms, which have changing tables, and they actually also have diaper pails in them, which is awesome. So that's about it for the shoe rack. Then
now, before we move on,
yeah,
with your toys and stuff, what did you take on the plane?
On the plane, I had smaller things. So I had this toy that is, versatile, lots of things that she can kind of mess with, noise, chew on different things. So I did take this with me, and then I brought this one that's just like, she's teething, so this one's perfect for like rubber, something hard. And then I brought a crinkle toy. So I just tried to get like 3 different types of things in addition to these in my other bag, which I'm not really sure where it's at the moment. We have the spinners for the window. So the window of the airplane, you stick the spinner on, she just spins it around. It's perfect. We also downloaded some episodes of Miss Rachel on our phones, as well as Hey Bear, which is perfect for her. And then we did download some Bluey as well.
And what about the little sticky things? The window stickies.
Yes, so her grandma was supposed to bring some window stickies and she forgot. But they sell them at like Target, Walmart, anything like that, seasonal ones. They're just like the little Klingon grips. Yeah, they do them for like Easter, different things like that. And kids typically like to peel them off and put them back on. Like I said, Grandma was supposed to bring those, and then she did not. I had also seen some things for older kids where people buy like packs of Post-it notes, and then they are able to just like peel the Post-it note off, stick it on different things, and it's easy to collect back.
Cool. Awesome. What's next?
Okay, so then another thing that I thought was important was swim shoes, which she is not allowed to swim on the Carnival cruise ship, or I would assume any cruise ship, unless they have a designated area, because she is not potty trained. So I more so wanted these for sun protection for her feet, and less baby to have to sunscreen, so that's perfect. Because she's not potty trained and can't get in the pool, I actually brought a collapsible laundry basket. Now, the weather for us has not been great. As you can see outside, the sun is finally starting to come out, but it did rain. So she's mostly used this for baths, which has also been amazing because it dries really fast. I can fold it back up. It takes up less space, and it is easy to store in the room. Now, I will say I didn't have anything to dump water on her head, so luckily my husband and my dad went to the Carnival Brewery tour, and I've been using the cup that they got from that, so I use that to just kind of dump some water on her face and give her the bath that she needs.
But they have cups in the room.
Yeah, they were glass too, and we were using them for Cheerios, so I needed another one. Now, she has had multiple balcony baths in this, which I do recommend. She's loved it a lot. So put her out there, give her a bath, let her look at the ocean. It's perfect. Also got her this rubber toy that is for the pool. So grab easy things that this like smushes up really easy, so it didn't take a lot of space in the luggage on the way down here, because we flew from Ohio to Florida. So trying to conserve as much space as possible when traveling with as much as possible. Yeah. Now another thing that I saw online and really loved this idea, and I've actually had multiple moms see me on the ship and say, oh, that's an amazing idea, is I brought my bento box, lunch box. So it has different compartments, and I basically just filled, I didn't get that in line, but that's okay. Filled it up every day with different snack options for her, like yogurt, Cheerios. We've done peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. We've done fruits. We've done croissants, different types of things, easy things to carry off the ship. And what I did was I filled this up knowing that we were going to get off at the port that day and wanted to have snacks available for her. And then I brought this collapsible cooler, which I just put some ice in, and then was able to just put the lunchbox right back on. Carnival didn't have any problem letting me off the ship with the lunchbox, nor did we have an issue getting back on, because I had heard that there would possibly be issues where you have to dump the food before you get back on the ship, but Carnival was more than accommodating with that. The other thing that I really loved about it was that they didn't make me take her out of the stroller. Anyone who's traveled with a baby on an airplane knows it can be very hectic getting her in and out, but Carnival just lets me push her right through security, and it's been really easy for me. In addition, in the cooler box, I've brought a couple different spoons. My husband actually has one now to feed her mac and cheese. And we brought lots of disposable straws, easy for her to just stick in like a juice or a water. And then I don't have to worry about, always having the sippy cup, but I did also pack the sippy cup. Another thing that I really like, if you're gonna do like what I said with the cleaning of your own kind of dishes with these types of things, I have a drying rack that's really easy. This one is from Amazon. It also comes with different brushes and tools, helps make the cleaning of this a little easier. But like I said, all I did was wet those sponges and then just clean it down the way I wanted to. So it was perfect. Again, lots of magnets because we have lots of bags, lots of things that if you, there's not a ton of storage. So unless you just want your floor to be completely covered, definitely the hooks are the way to go.
Okay. What about, let's talk about the stroller.
Yes, so
what kind of stroller is this?
So this is a mom push. I believe it's a 3-in-1 or 4-in-1 is the technical like model of it. Mm-hmm. I bought this on an auction right before we came because my daughter does not like to take naps on the go. And this one specifically can lay all the way flat down into a bassinet, which I thought was important because I thought she would maybe sleep better that way. Turns out she didn't really still sleep. She got, I think, one nap while we were off the ship.
Maybe,
turn it.
No, I was going to say maybe you switch, let's switch places because I feel like I'm getting a little bit of a glare.
Sure.
And now, yeah, I think the lighting's better. They can see the stroller. Okay. There we go.
So, like I said, it does lay back into a bassinet, which is perfect. It also sits up really high. Something that I've liked is we've like pushed her, with us a lot on this stroller, and it sits up high enough that I didn't feel like I was crouching down like some people are with their kids in the umbrella strollers, to be able to like feed them different things like that. This keeps her higher up, keeps her more involved, keeps her a little bit happier.
How does it lay down?
So it actually, you push this like this and then it lays completely flat, and then you just release underneath here and push that all the way down, and then the butt will also flatten out. You have to clip it. So it's not the most convenient thing to get it up and down, but it does end up laying flat like a bassinet, which is perfect. The other thing I liked about it was that it had the bar. So the bar has allowed us to kind of strap some toys on there, different things. She actually just really loves to suck on the cards. Probably shouldn't let her do that, but she does like it. So sometimes you got to keep the baby happy. Different toys. I can strap her fan onto it. Now I did one day forget the fan, and I will say it was very hot when we were off on the different port days. So definitely recommend a fan. Definitely recommend not forgetting the fan. Now this one also has really nice storage underneath. The basket is really big, and I believe it holds up to 45 pounds, maybe more. What I will say I don't like about the stroller, and this is not something I knew prior to getting on, is that this stroller does not fit through the door. So in order to get the stroller in the door, I actually have to take the bassinet off. Typically, if we're doing one of us by ourselves, and this is made to carry with the baby in it, so one of us will just detach her, bring her in, put her on the floor where she's safe and still strapped in, and then you have to actually fully collapse this as well to get in the door. And it's not exactly the most convenient, just because it doesn't fold up very small. You can see I'm hiding ducks in my basket, but it doesn't fold up very small. I know I have one at home that like is more easy, one-handed, goes straight down. So it's not the most convenient for that, but like I said, it has other benefits that, you know, you may find work better for you, like the completely laying down, things like that. If you have a smaller baby with a bassinet, easy to just, you know, lift them, put them on the bed, that kind of thing.
So you can get it in the room, you just can't roll it through the door.
Yeah, so you have to take it in separately or completely collapse the whole thing. And most of the time we have stuff on the bottom, so you have to like unload the stuff to get it to go flat enough to get through the door.
Right.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. What's next?
Okay, so different blankets. Definitely want to have options of blankets. So I have the muslin blanket. It was for like port days when I just wanted her covered from the sun but didn't want her to be too hot. And then I have our beloved Little Sleepies blanket. I love the Little Sleepies brand. This is a more weighted blanket. So this was perfect for like the airport or when we're pushing her around on the ship. Gives her a little bit more of that security. Tends to help her sleep a little bit better when we're just pushing her around in the stroller. So definitely want options of that. The other thing, and this was actually purchased when we got on the ship. My grandpa bought this for me. Traveling with just a smaller diaper bag has been perfect. I just pack a couple diapers, couple bibs, some snacks and things for her, toys I've put in here. That way you don't have to lug that big 45-pound diaper bag all over the ship, because that becomes really inconvenient as well. Baby shusher is like something we do not travel without. It's just perfect to lull her to sleep, especially she's now not used to sharing a room with us anymore because she sleeps in her own room at home. So anything that we can do to kind of drown out our noise and help her sleep a little bit better has been really nice.
What's the baby shusher do?
It actually just makes a shushing sound, which grandma thinks is dumb, but it's perfect for her. So yeah, you set a timer. So one's for 15 minutes, one's for 30 minutes, and then it shuts itself off, which is perfect. And by the time it's done, she's definitely asleep. The other thing I traveled with was some earphones. So earmuffs, I should say. They don't actually play music. This was just to drown out any noise. Lots of live music, lots of shows on the ship. Sometimes it's just a little bit too loud for our baby, but she pretty much tolerates these fine. When she was an infant, I actually had a smaller pair that strapped around her head, but now that she's a little older, she didn't really tolerate the strap very well. So this is toddler size. All kinds of different colors. Again, that's from Amazon. Something I thought was really cool on the Carnival ship was that they had a Build-A-Bear. So she's never had a Build-A-Bear, and I thought it would be cool to memorialize her first trip on a cruise ship. So I got her a Build-A-Bear. We didn't buy any clothes because she still likes the softness, wants to be able to pet it, that kind of thing. But I thought this was so cute. Her bed. Now I will say, if you want to lean the camera in here so that
this is just to tee it up. This is the bed you requested from Carnival, so
yes.
This is the bed that they provide.
Yes, I thought it was going to be a pack and play, but this is actually a crib. More of like a mini crib.
And to be clear, it did not come with this.
No, so that's what I was going to say.
When I say this, I'm touching this.
Yeah, if you lean in, you can see that there are bars.
Yeah.
So this is completely open normally, and when we came in, it had no covering. So obviously, it's really bright in here when we have the balcony room. I would say in an interior, you probably still want this kind of sleep shade. This is made for a pack and play. You just stick her in and zip it up, and then it completely blacks it out for her. In an interior, you would still probably want it, because otherwise you're just stumbling around in the dark while your baby's trying to nap. And it's not like you can really leave them or anything. I know that our original plan was, we can sit on the balcony while she takes a nap, and then this wouldn't have mattered so much, but then my husband broke our baby monitor while we were here, so we've been going no monitor, and we've desperately needed this sleep shade. I also recommend bringing your own set of sheets. These are pack and play sheets. There were no sheets provided. Now, they would probably, I would assume if I asked, they may have had some, but I never asked about it because I did have my own. So brought that. Brought a sleep sack for her. I actually brought 2 sleep sacks, which was perfect because she got stuff all over the other one. Brought a lovey. Brought her an extra pacifier. So the bed setup has been really nice. Now she actually, though, has learned to pull herself up more while we've been on this trip. So the bars on the crib haven't been great for that. But for a baby who doesn't move, it would be still perfect. Something I always also travel with is an egg light. So again, from Amazon. I think pretty much everything I have is from Amazon, as anyone who knows me will know. So the thing I like most about this is you can long press, and you can't really tell in here right now because the curtains are open, but it is turned on very dim, and then you just hold it and it'll get brighter, or you can dim it back down, and then you can turn it off by double tapping. You can also hold the base and it'll turn it into more of like a cool light, but the warmer light is really nice for us. We turn this on when she's asleep at night so that we don't have to have any lights, because this is, like I said, made for a pack and play, so the base of it, she can still kind of lift because it doesn't seal around the bars, and she can see light kind of seeping through. So I've looked over to see her little hand kind of coming out if the lights are on. So definitely good to have this, just something that's a dimmer option. Always have a travel passy, always have a clip so that she can't throw it all over the floor, things like that. I've let her crawl around in our room, but I haven't really let her crawl around in any other public places. Now I know the kids club area has a turtles program. I'm not really sure what the other animals are after that, but turtles, I believe, is 0 to 2. Anything in that time frame does not have a lot of activities, so the club is typically geared for a higher age group, 2 and up. And so she doesn't really go to that, but they did have like an area that they told me she could crawl around in there if she wanted to, but there doesn't seem to be many babies her age, so I haven't really done a lot of that. Definitely always want to have options for extra outlets, as even if you're not traveling with baby. And then we brought this with us specifically. This fan is really nice because it just folds down. It traveled really easy in our luggage to get down here because I wasn't sure if we would be able to get a Carnival fan. We were able to get one, which was nice, but sometimes I know that these are very limited, so we asked for it immediately upon getting on the ship. This is also something that it's just nice to circulate the air, but with a baby specifically, it's nice to drown out noise.
What brand is that fan?
Lippity.
Amazon or TikTok?
Amazon. Is where I bought
I know
it.
we have one of those too. I did a room tour or cabin tour in our room, and we had one. I think I pointed it out, but I don't know that I,
said the brand. Yeah.
Said the brand or had it in any other configuration than that.
Yeah, so and the other thing I will say about this, if I can get it back up, this one's nice because I've just been picking it up and putting it on my bedside, but this does actually raise up high, and it will oscillate, and you can turn the head around, so there's all kinds of options for that. Again, with the baby, it's just nice to be able to drown out some noise. Otherwise, you hear people closing doors and people walking through the hallways, things like that. So I haven't really heard anybody. The only other thing that I would say out here that I've brought specifically for her was the Bose speaker. So I play, like, she sleeps with a Hatch at home, so she's used to like white noise, things like that. And so I actually brought the Bose so that I could play like ocean noises for her to help her sleep. And then the last thing that's really for her specifically is this specific shoe organizer. Still a shoe organizer, as you can see, a little bit skinnier. It only has 3 sections while the other one had 4. That one with the 4 was sliding off the door, which is why I ended up putting it on the wall. This one also has a like more of like a box at the bottom, so it's not all like individual this size thing. So it's a little bit empty now because we've been here all week, but the way that I packed it, and this was something I saw online, was every single day had a day outfit, a dinner outfit, and the outfit she would sleep in, so like a footy. And I slotted that in each individual day, so then I could just grab, and then that was her whole day of clothes, and I didn't have to worry about unfolding different things. I actually packed it like this at home, folded it up in the luggage like this, and brought it down with me. I had a couple more things in her bag, but I think some people think that this might cause a lot of extra weight, but I will say I was like 35 pounds with her bag, and that still had extra stuff, so this was perfect. So I had all the days that she would need, and then swimsuits are here, extra onesies, more extra onesies, some shoes, extra plain outfits, pants, things like that, based on if it was cold. This was something I bought on the island. I brought her 2 hats. I did bring a couple extra sweaters, some couple extra sleepers, just because you never know, you know, what a baby's gonna need, how much they're gonna throw up, things like that. So I have that. And then I bought, when we got down to Florida, we had bought some diapers so that we didn't have to carry all of them on the plane, though we did have someone traveling with us that was driving to Florida, so she brought some diapers for me as well. But definitely not something that's super easy to pack and carry all these different things. So if you can just buy it at your location, I recommend that. I'm trying to think what all we got as things we could take on. So I believe to travel with a baby, you can take a stroller and a car seat or pack and play. We chose not to bring the car seat because we just rented one from the car company. As you can see, there's not a lot of room in here, so I didn't want a big clunky car seat taking up even more space. So we rented the car seat instead, and that turned out to be perfect. So we brought the stroller, and then she gets her diaper bag, which I filled with things to take down. I also am a breastfeeding mom, so I have a pump bag, but probably you could get away with just saying you need a pump bag if you have a baby, and no one's gonna question you. So that was really perfect. I will say the other thing, I brought 2 different carriers, though we haven't really used the one. I did use this a lot through the airport specifically, so I'll show you kind of how it works. This is the Tush Baby. They run sales on them all the time, especially on TikTok if you buy from the TikTok shop. So it's something that just straps on, you clip it over here, and then this works as like a seat for her. So she's just a little bit heavier now. Sometimes this extra support, especially when walking around, is easy. I can just like either hold her like this, or I do have the attachment for it that can make it a full-on carrier and strap her to me. And then it has lots of extra, you know, pockets and things for like your phone. I know there's like something for a water bottle, so different options like that. But try to just decide, you know, before you come, what kind of carrier you think might work best for you. Again, she's mostly been in the stroller since we've been on the ship, but this is perfect for the airport. I really think that's about it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very good. Maybe we can find some links to some of these things from where you got them on Amazon, and I can get those when we upload the video. I can post them in the comment or in the comment section. And you know, for those of you that may be watching this, you know, what tips do you have? What have you found that's been helpful for you when you're traveling with an infant or a toddler? Anything that we missed? You know, put a comment in the comment section and let us know. You know, that's good to share.
I guess I also, and we actually bought these for home, but we typically bring our own cups. Just nice to be able to put some ice water in here. And then I did buy the sling for it so that it was just something, you know, again, you're carrying a lot of things. It's nice to be able to go hands-free or even be able to tie this to the stroller. So we did buy this, and I was able to just, you know, carry it around as I needed to, be that on the port days or on the ship. And this one's really nice because it can lock. This is a Brewmate era, and it locks in, so that way I can actually toss this in the bottom of the stroller and I don't have to worry about it leaking at all. So I've been carrying this around in case we were ever in a place where there maybe wasn't water that was easily accessible, and then I was able to fill up her sippy cup, no problem.
Awesome.
All right, but yeah, I can definitely do links for any of it. If anybody thinks of other things or sees that I've had something else that I maybe didn't talk about, more than happy to give out some information.
And you got all this down in 3 suitcases?
Yeah, I had my suitcase, his suitcase, her suitcase, and then him and I each had a carry-on bag, and then my pump bag and the diaper bag.
And then the stroller, right?
And then the stroller, yeah.
Cool.
And I have seen some hacks too where people, I recommend too, and it's not out, but I do have a gate check bag for the stroller just to help so that it doesn't get quite so beat up. A lot of people carry those as well, but I have seen people gate check their car seats and things, and they actually do put diapers in the bag, and have never had any issue with the airlines getting mad about that. Again, just a way to utilize space without having to carry all those things. I plain side check the stroller because it's nice to have the option of pushing her around the airport and not always having to carry her. Also having a place for her to be able to sit, especially if you have like a longer layover. Now I will say one more nice thing about this specific one. The lines for the bathroom at the airport were crazy. So I was actually able to change her diaper in this by laying her completely flat, covering her up in a corner, and I was able to change her diaper and not have to worry about waiting in the line for the bathroom. You also never know what an airport bathroom is going to be like. Right. Nice to have a space that I knew what it was going to be.
All right. Well, thank you, Bailey, for walking us through that. Appreciate it. Like I said, drop a comment, give us a thumbs up, give it a like. And, if you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, please consider subscribing. We would certainly appreciate it.